Okay, I have a crazy ass story about this man who survived a crazy ass trip. So he was a stowaway. He survived an 11-hour flight clinging on to a British Airways jet.
I saw this!
From the outside?
What? From Africa to London.
South Africa. It was like,
Yeah.
Clinging?
From Joe and
Like Tom Cruise style?
like where the wheels are.
more like
Oh, okay. So he's in the wheel well. He's in the wheel
Something
well.
like that.
Yeah, he had to be.
he's clenching,
There's no way.
but he got into a coma or something,
It has
right?
to be so cold up there. Yeah, it was negative 76.
Negative? How is he alive?
So he survived, or what?
Sometimes people crawl into these rear, the landing gear area, and there's like a little area in there where you can actually like hang out. But then
Is that where they put the pets and shit? Like in that hangar?
No.
That's cargo still. This is like just like little places that the airplane tucks into itself.
So he's a stowaway, like almost like getting on a train, but it's like super extreme temperatures and shit.
So apparently there have been 109 recorded stowaway attempts around the world.
Wow.
And what's
London being one of the most popular destinations, but only 24 people who took their chances in a plane's landing gear have survived.
Oh
It's
my
freezing
lord.
as fuck.
First known survivor was this 12-year-old who hit on a flight from Indonesia to Australia back in 1946.
Whoa.
He probably just held on to his boner to keep himself warm.
And then only two.
He can keep it hard for a while, yeah.
There have only been 2 people who have lived after stowing away to Britain, which was this car mechanic from Punjab who endured a 10-hour flight from Delhi to London in 1996. And the second person was this guy that we're talking about now. So
People do anything to get away from their wives.
What did he do?
what?
Oh, nothing.
I didn't hear you.
No, this guy's like, I want the fucking deal, man. Damn deal.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
What if it's not even for like immigration?
I'm in the plane.
He just wants a vacation. He's like, I'm tired of this shit. And then he goes in and then he's like, I'm gonna have fun. I never seen Big Ben. I wanna do all that shit.
I want to see the Harry Potter train station.
It was pretty awesome.
It would be cool if it was that lighthearted, but no, this man, he was living a rough life. And so he
Oh, I gotta kill the joke.
well, I had to give you the facts. So he was actually, like, he knew it was a very dangerous trip, but he actually didn't do this trip alone. He did it with a friend of his
And a chicken.
Shit.
who unfortunately didn't make, like, he didn't
He
survive.
froze like Jack at the end of Titanic. He had to like let go of his
No, so they actually almost made it, and the last thing that he remembers was his friend saying, like, yeah, we did it. But
Well,
They
fuck,
did it.
he was wrong.
Yeah.
so it is like the Titanic.
You did it, you're dead.
It's like hypothermia.
no, okay, so I'll get to that. But what ended up happening is that this guy named Themba, the guy that survived, he went into a coma. And so when he woke up, it was 6 months later, and he found out that his friend had died, and he was so close to the end. His friend, look, this is where the body was found, in like on the roof of a building.
So it fell.
Oh god.
Oh, because the landing gear?
Felt
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really close to the airport, so he almost made it.
Oh my god.
So what about his buddy? Did they both? Because I'm just imagining the like wheel goes out like that, and then since they were both sleepy, or the other guy was dead, they just fall off on top of a roof
so
or
the
something.
thing is, like, he had actually, like, I don't know about his friend, and I'm assuming he didn't, but at least this guy that survived, he did wrap an electrical cable around his arm. So he tied himself.
The guy that survived tied himself?
Yeah.
That's some shit Bart would do. Bart always does shit, and he never catches me up, and then I end up with the fucking shit end of the stick, and I look at Bart, he's like, oh, you didn't know to do this? I'm like, no, motherfucker, I wasn't a Boy Scout. So I get it. Bart does that to me all the time.
You would have ended up on the roof.
Exactly, I would have
What do
done
you
it.
mean? It's common sense.
Okay.
And Taika should know common sense too, right?
No, he's with me.
Okay.
He's like tying himself, Taika, and then they fall, and then we're like, whoa, Gio's going, why didn't you
do that?
But yeah, so the reason, like, you guys were asking how did he survive the freezing temperatures, and they're saying that those temperatures, it kept him in a suspended animation. So it says with a lowered core body temperature, the heart, brain, and other critical organs are placed into a standby mode, which they do not require nearly as much oxygen, thus limiting damage to cells.
Like
and organs.
lizards?
Yes.
So
pretty
that's kind of like people who fell asleep in the car and then they get into like a car accident and then they're the only ones that survive.
Damn.
Because they're all relaxed.
Yeah.
Like jellyfish.
That's why kids end up surviving a lot of crazy shit too, because they're not as like tense. But anyway, so then he was saying that when the plane was arriving, that when the wheels came out, he did fall, so he ended up having a shattered leg, and he burned his arm pretty badly too, to the point where he needed surgery. And so he just remembers like waking up and then seeing his shattered leg, and then seeing like guard people come and get him, and then he passed out. And he didn't wake up until 6 months later.
At that point, you're paying way more for the surgery than you would have for a plane ticket.
Well, no, well for him it was like life or death to leave the country.
It wasn't a vacation, Nikki.
Yeah.
He was trying to like survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he fell from the landing gear area to the ground
Yes.
after they landed.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought that he fell through a roof and some British family was having tea and crumpets and they're like, oh dear heavens, it's raining Africans.
I could see that.
It was actually his friend who did end up landing on a roof, but he did not make it. It was like a 5,000 drop or something.
Fuck.
He didn't make it.
Damn, that sucks.
I know, it's pretty crazy. So here's...
So the moral of the story is don't watch action movies because he was inspired by an action movie.
No, he actually, they did some research. So when he met this guy, he met him at a bar or something. And then the guy, he had an estranged wife and daughter, and he was just like, fuck, like, I don't know what to do with my life. Like, I can't stay here anymore. And then this dude was homeless, and so was the other guy. So he was like, you're just like me, we're gonna stick together. And then they started looking at different ways of getting out of the country. And so that's when they got like an aviation book, and they looked at the possibility of stowing away on the plane. So they came up with a plan, and in 2015, that's when they got on the flight. Like, they jumped over some gate. They almost got caught by some guards, but luckily they didn't. And yeah, he ended up coming. So now he still uses crutches till this day, because something like his leg is still messed up from it, but he's hoping that they can fix it.
So he gets to stay there? They don't send him back?
He actually applied for asylum, and he got approved.
Oh, that's cool.
Who's that guy next to him?
So they're doing like a documentary thing on him. And so that guy is part
That's
of that.
crazy.
Dang, man. That's crazy.
This makes me want to talk to my dad more, because I know he did come here. Either he went to Hong Kong illegally or here illegally, but it was on a boat. And I know it was like some stowaway action too.
I thought he swam to Hong Kong.
He did. But then from Hong Kong to here,
Did he go in a car? Was he one of those guys that ran out of a cargo?
I don't know. He could be. So like, he
Yeah,
never.
you should know
But he
about
never.
this
He
shit.
never really talks about it.
Maybe it was traumatic.
So I think I need to ask him before he
You should.
passes away.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
He swam from where to Hong Kong?
China. And then his friend got shot from a communist guard.
Holy shit.
Like he was 15. He had like 7 of his friends went. It was him and his girlfriend. One guy got bit by a snake going through the mountains. Another guy got shot by the guard, and then they had to do it like 3 times for them to make
It was like Oregon Trail in real life.
Yeah.
You see, and then sometimes we get scared. We're going to Vegas, and we're like, fuck, that's fucking scary.
Watch out, you don't want to freaking slip and die.
Yeah, man, your dad's a G.
Yeah, that's probably why he thinks I'm a pussy all the time.
For sure, 100%.
That's why he laughs at everything.
He's like, I had to eat my own cat, you pussy.
Yeah.
While he's crying inside because he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fuck this shit, you guys are pussies. Give me more alcohol.
Does this guy know what he wants to do, like in the UK?
Well, now he's married and he has a couple
okay.
kids. It was like more than 5 years ago, or yeah.
Maybe he works at Foot Locker there or something.
Why Foot Locker?
I don't know.
Why
it's
not
just a
Foot
job.
Locker? Why wouldn't he work? Why couldn't he?
Oh,
work
I don't know,
at Foot Locker?
cause like something with his legs. I know your guys' jokes are next level, so I was just trying to see how next level they got.
That wasn't even a joke.
That wasn't a
He could've
joke.
worked
That
at
was
Foot-
just the job.
They have Foot Lockers out there. I've been
Yeah.
there.
Do they? They're still called Foot
Or what would be more appropriate would be a pret-a-manger. I think that's how you say it, pret-a-mangers.
Lost me.
People just call it pret, but it's like bakery and coffee and stuff.
You're making up words.
No, it's
That's a
a
UK
French
thing?
company that's popular in the Englands. It's called a pret-a-managers. I call it manager because it looks like managers.
Called Alien vs Predators.
Does he like the food out there? Because I didn't like the food.
I didn't like it either.
Well, does he have a choice?
Except for
Oh,
fish
okay.
and chips.
I heard there's good Jamaican food over there.
I wonder if he's at an airport and he just sees like airplane tires and he just
Yeah, this is what he said. He says, now I'm waiting to get a passport. It takes 5 years to get a British passport, and then I'll be able to fly on a plane. I will be a scouser then.
A scouser.
It sounds bad.
Just making
But
it work.
no, but they saying that
You scouser?
he was joking when he was saying this, so I don't get the joke. But.
Sounds like your trousers are scary.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is like a lot of people we know, they have stories like this. Like our friends' parents or whatever. My parents, they're fucking bougie, dude. They came over here on an airplane. They don't even know what stressing is about. But like other people though, I hear some shit. My stepdad was a stowaway. He came to America that way. But it was much easier to get citizenship back then. Because he ended up working for DC. Like he worked in the government. But he came out here in his teens or early 20s. And he did it like the boat way. Like on a cargo boat. And then it's like people would just find you and they'll be like, all right, fuck, you're here.
But yeah, this dude, he's also saying that like he has like survivor's guilt because he thinks about his friend a lot.
Oh.
I'm sure, man.
You know, I made it and he didn't. And he also...
Well, his friend didn't tie himself to it?
Well, I don't know that.
Well, you didn't. He
He didn't tell him. He was like, you, Bart.
he's like you.
He's like, you didn't know? What the fuck, man?
Common sense.
But yeah, so he was saying like he didn't even get to go to his funeral because he was in a coma during his funeral. And yeah, he feels really good.
Can you imagine waking up to this world? Like imagine if he did this pre-COVID, right? And then he woke up and it's just like hella COVID style. That's some Walking Dead shit.
Yeah.
True. But you were asking me what he does now, and I said he was married, but that was actually the other survivor. This guy, he now lives in a one-bedroom flat in Liverpool and is unable to work due to his injury.
Oh, bummer.
I was trying to
So
figure
he
it
doesn't
out.
have to work or be married? Wow.
So maybe he did get the dream.
Well, at least he's not needing to survive crazily like in his old place. Because he said I had to leave Africa to survive. I would give other people advice. It's not safe. It's a life or death situation.
Fuck.
That's nuts.
Good for him. I'm glad he's alive.
Yeah, good thing he made it.